Hello, here is the result of what you get at the end of this video. You successfully edit your drawings just like this, okay? And you'll be also taught a lot of intelligent tools like the automatic dimensioning, okay? And other intelligent tools in Prota Deatails, after which these drawings will be moved or exported to, AutoCAD, where you will now do the final editing using Prota Company template and printout. So let us get started. Hello and welcome. In this video, I will be explaining and showing you the tricks of editing design structural detail drawings in Prota Deatails before you actually export it to AutoCAD. Okay, recently I noticed most people, once they get here, okay, at this design detail drawings, okay, of the structural members, they will just have to move straight away to the export DWG/DSF, right click and then export these drawings to AutoCAD, which of structural detail drawings editing Prota Deatails that I used to teach my students. Okay, so stick to this video till the end and you will gain a lot of knowledge in this. Okay, this drawings is the designed detail structural drawings result of the last presentation of complete course on the building design. Okay, if you check up right there, you see the link, okay, to this course. So here is the structure. We are able to model, load, analyze, and design all of the structural member. And basically, it is Protastructure 2022 that we used for this design. So you can see we also apply parapets as well as the loading. Okay, so everything is being designed successfully. All right, so we now move to Prota Deatails to export all of the design detailed drawings of these whole structures to Prota Deatails, where you now have these structural elements detailed drawings in Prota Deatails. So we are going to be creating more of these drawings in another pattern. All right, we are going to be creating in another pattern. You should also know, if you come over to this detail drawings manager, you double click right here, you still have these detailed drawings. All right, so we continue to create more of this drawing in another manner. Then you create title block and then arrange all of these drawings inside the title block successfully, after which we now move these drawings to AutoCAD, where we now have to apply Prota Company detailing template to finish up these drawings editing successfully. So here is Prota Company detailing template. It is to your success in civil structural detail drawing. So we are building on pad footing foundation. So you can easily click on this that template. Okay, so the whole of this is a software consisting of the various templates. It robots templates, the Tekla template, as well as the Start Pro. All right, so here is the template we are to be using to finish up this drawing and get it arranged successfully. Okay, so we will get here subsequently. So stick to this video till the end and you will gain a lot of knowledge in this presentation. So here we go. Let us start. Okay, so I want to create more of these beams drawings. Okay, so if you can see over here, the first floor beams and the roof beam are being combined together, and then also the bar bending schedule is all the way together as well. Okay, so we want to be separating all of this, including the bar bending schedule. So what will you do in that case? You can come to these provisions. Then have ST1, which is the story one. That is the first floor. Right click and then you draw beams elevations for only that story ones. Okay, so over here, all right, you can come to the options provisions right here and then beam detail settings. Okay, there are settings you are supposed to do here. All right, so if you click in these provisions, okay, this will actually take you to this interface, okay, where you can set the details drawing. But we wouldn't need this at this moment, so click on the OK options and then come back to the filter. Also confirm the scales of these beam drawings. It is 1:25. Click on draw right here and then pick any point in this interface. So this is going to draw for us the first floor beams detail drawings, okay, and then including the bar bending schedule. All right, so here we now see only the detailed drawings of the beam at first floors with bar bending schedule, okay, successfully. The same thing we'll do to the roof beam, okay. So you have to draw that. Click on draw right here. So you pick these provisions to have the detailed designed drawings of the beams at the roof level of this structure with the bar bending schedule, okay, being generated successfully, just like this, okay. So after which, what we have to do now is we need to redraw the columns. As you can see, these columns has been drawn story to stories, okay. So it is fine you always draw your columns, okay, as it connects from the foundations, all right, to through the first floor to the roof, okay. Basically, if you are designing an high-rise structure, it is fine, okay, your structure, your columns, details, cut through all the stories to the roof level, okay, so you can be able to ease your editing experience. All right, so for you to do that, get over to the column provisions. In these provisions, you can select this, okay, you right click on this, okay, you can see this draw columns elevations and then draw columns elevations one by one. All right, so you don't use these provisions, okay. So you can also come to this column elevations drawings, right click and click on this draw columns elevations schedule, draw columns elevations, click these first options, and then in these first options right here you can come all the way to either you select which of the story, okay, but in this case, since we are cutting through the two stories, these two stories have to be selected. Come to options. So in these options, you can see an option here, generate columns through stories, okay. This option is being checked, okay. Originally your own might not be checked, all right, okay, so you have to check this so you can generate your columns through stories, okay. Having checked that successfully, get over to filters. You can now be able to filter any of the columns that you want to actually generate, okay. But to save you time, let me show you something very quickly. I'll have to cancel this, okay. I want to show you something very quickly, okay. So here is the Protastructure modules, okay. So what I want to show you is this. Before you draw a column, you should be able to check the sections of your columns. All right, so for instance, I have these columns. Let me just enable the design interface of this column, the active stories. So if I click on that, and then it will show me the columns reinforcement design, okay. So here is the column reinforcement design. You should take note of the B1, B2, okay, all of your column section. So in this case, all of our column sections are the same, all right. Since all the column sections are the same, the next thing you should check here is the steel bars, okay, to know if the steel bar varies, okay. So if you check very well here, you notice the steel bars here are not varies, they are the same, okay. So since they are the same, the next thing you check is the links, okay, and the spacing, okay. The link and the spacing as well are the same, okay. So since everything here is the same, you have to move to this U ratio and check which is carrying the highest U ratio, okay. So over here you will notice that this column is carrying the highest U ratio. So since this column is carrying the highest U ratio, you can now be able to generate drawing for these columns that is carrying the highest U ratio, and then you use it for all of these columns as to replicate it, okay. So we have how many number of 8 here, so you have to count it, okay, and then use it, okay, to replicate all of that. Column C18. So the only column we are to consider is supposed to be column C18, okay, which carry the ISU ratio right here successfully, although it is still carrying 4Y16, okay. So this is very important while creating your design drawing successfully. Let's get back to Prota Deatails. So here we go. In Prota Deatails, come back to the column provisions, click in these provisions, so you can now be able to come over to the columns application plans right there, which is not that provisions. Come to the columns elevations drawings, expand this to the 1, all right, and then column C18, all right. So now navigate, here is the column right there. So you can create a columns detailed drawings of these particular columns and use it for all of these columns, just as I've explained earlier. And then we want to create it through all the stories, all right, through the first floor to the roof. So just right click on it, and then you see the option draw columns elevations through stories. Okay, click that options, and then you can see we only have 2 stories, which is 1 and 2. Click on it. Okay, now this will enable us to produce a detailed drawings of this column through these stories. If you click, you can now see. So this is a detailed drawing, right, from the foundations, which is minus 1.2. At this level is minus 1.2. This is 0, which is the ground level. Okay, so you can now see the arrangement, okay, of this column through the story 1 all the way to the roof right there. Okay, the same thing is applicable if you want to create all of the columns, okay, through stories. You can just click on this column elevations drawings right there, and then you come to the draw columns elevations. So in these provisions, you make sure you get to the options dialog and make sure get this generate columns through stories. Check right there. Get back to your filters. Take note of the scale, which is 1:20 right there, and then click on the draw. So this is going to draw for us all of these columns, but it's going to be through the stories. Okay, it's going to be through these stories, and then it will give us as well the bar bending schedule. So you can see the way this is being drawn successfully. These columns, you see under it there is no column because this is just like a column resting on the beam. Okay, so you can see how it's being drawn successfully, all right, automatically. So check this, and now check this. You now see the difference between if this goes through stories as well as the sections. Okay, this is easy and it will make your editing experience great. All right, so having done this, let's proceed to putting all of these drawings inside title block, just as I've told you earlier. Okay, so at first, to put this drawing inside title block, you have to create a title block. Okay, then you adjust the title block, including the logo and the project names successfully. You can harmonize that with Prota Deatails to make sure that you can go to SVR, make changes, and then reflect on the title block successfully. I'll take you through that in a minute. Okay, stick to the video. Let's go ahead. So what we are going to be considering now, type on the keyboard sheet. Okay, these options and select sheet, and this insert sheet dialog will come up. Okay, so in this insert sheet dialog, what you have to do is, we normally create the design drawing on A3 size paper. So you can use A3 Prota DSF, this one. So it all depends on, you see the vertical and the title block or the horizontal title block. So the A3 Prota horizontal is for the horizontal title block, alright? So the vertical is for the vertical title block. Alright. There's no vertical, but A3 Prota only is for the vertical title block, alright? Okay, so let's go by the horizontal title block. Okay, so over which you come over to this provisions. So the sheet name, so you can always give the sheet a name. So you can just call it a beam or leave it as sheet 1. There's no problem with that. Okay, so the scale of it, always make it scale 1:100. Okay, so scale 1:100 will be enough, so you know, to carry all of these design drawings or plenty of that. Okay, so after which you can come to prefix, and then you can give it a prefix as a beam right there. Okay, so click on the insert right there. So once you click on the insert, click anywhere in the scene environment, and then you have the title block being inserted like this. Okay, so you can see the title block, you can see the client names of reason. Okay, the project address is not given, right? So, and the rest of that. Okay, now you can also go to edit all of this. You don't edit this here like presented by, you don't edit it here. So let's work on this title block briefly. Let me show you how the title block works effectively. You can also see design by, okay, and then descriptions, then drawn by, and the rest of this. Okay, so you see the project structural design. Okay, project title structural design. All right, so the scale right there, and then the project date. Okay, for at first let us write in the the scale of this project right here. Okay, so you can come over to where you have text right there, click right there. So just like AutoCAD, you have to click once and then drag it all the way, and you can maintain polar and as well as auto right here. Okay, so to be able to have a straight line, okay, just like this. So click and do a kind of a window. All right, so after you click like that, it is going to bring up the text editors. Okay, so in this text editors, you can be able to set the height of the text. Okay, let's say we used 2 or we use 300 right there. So in this case of this title block is 1 is to 100. Okay, right there. So we can click on the OK options to have it just like this. So select it and then M on the keyboard for move, and then take it downward to place it right. Okay, so you can actually adjust this. If this is too big, like the text height, you can double click on it and then come over to the provisions, reduce it to 240 right there. Click on the OK. So if it is also too big, you can always come here to make sure you reduced it successfully to the size you wish. Okay, so 180, click on the OK options. I think this is fine. Okay, for the project date, and then for the made by and the rest of that, you cannot edit it here. If you don't click on this, this is what you have. You can as well type it here, but it is not wise you do it here. I want to show you the right place to do this. Okay, so let's proceed. You come over to this is made by, okay, presented by. All right, so we'll come over to Protastructure to tab, come to project header, this one. So this will open these provisions. So you can see for now we only have under client, we have self-raising. Under project title, we have structural design. Okay, the project address is not given. The date of this project, you can click in this provision to have a calendar. Okay, this is going to automatically select the date, okay, for you. All right, so we should note that today's date is 6. Okay, so you can now see 6, just select it there. So after having selected it right there, okay, you can see presented by right here. So and just click in soft raising right there. Okay, I just click in soft raising. All right, just like this. So having these two provisions changed successfully. Okay, what you just have to do, click on the okay. So once you click on the okay, all right, this is going to pop up a confirmations dialog for us. Okay, for us to actually confirm that we have made changes. Okay, this is it. Okay, so just click on the yes options to confirm that you have made changes. Now made by is now soft raising. You can now see it right there. And then what again did we change the date? Okay, so you can see the date right here. Okay, and then the project number, always make sure you change all of these through these provisions on this title block. Okay, so after which you will like to bring in your logo, right, to this title block. Okay, so if for instance you want to bring in your logo, what you need to do is you can just have to type IM for image and then click on this image provisions. This will take you here, right? So I want to be using this logo, so click on that and then place these logos here. Okay, so you can see the logo being placed, although it's quite very tiny. You can scale this, select it and hold this handle, click on it, and then you can be able to drag it up. Okay, mind you, we are on the polar auto right there, so you have to just deselect all of these functions to have it expand, okay, to your which. Okay, so something of this kind. So see now this is very much arranged. Okay, so you can move it right. Okay, just like this. So this is how you make changes to the title block in this project. So in Prota Deatails, so now you can, after you make all of your necessary changes, you can proceed to copy this title block. Right, so you type CO on the keyboard is for copy, just like AutoCAD. Okay, and then copy this. You can copy multiple of this title block. Okay, so having understood that, let's move this close to the drawings. Okay, so we want to move this close to the drawings, just like this. Okay, and then what you have to do is to put these drawings inside of this title block. All right, so select all of this and then move on the keyboard to move these drawings. Okay, here is the first floor beam. Take note, place it and arrange it very well here, just like this. Okay, so in a presentation of drawings, okay, these drawings you see here, the scale is 1:2. The scale is 1:25. Okay, so to make the sections visible, it is always advisable you make the sections very much visible. Okay, so for you to do that, you have to scale these sections by selecting all of these members, type XC on the keyboard for scale, enter on the keyboard, and then pick the base point. Okay, you have to pick the base point right there, after which come over to the scale bar right there and key in 2, which is going to multiply the scales by 2. All right, so click on enter on the keyboard to scale it. So you can see this is bigger now, so after which move it closer to this provisions, just like this. Okay, so you proceed to the next one. Okay, for this one, just have to arrange, select all of that. Okay, move this, okay, to these provisions, just like this. Okay, so you will see that it is cutting across the title block, but don't worry, I will show you what to do very quickly. Okay, so click right here to place that. All right, now this part that is cutting across the title block, what you have to do is to separate it from this provision. So before you separate it, what you should do, take note of this dimension. Okay, this is 495. Okay, this is 495. Okay, 4950. All right, so I've been taking note of the dimension. You have to crop this up by typing C arrow for cropped. Okay, cropped beam elevation. So click right there and then make sure you activate the auto, so you have a straight line right there. So we want to crop it from this provisions, this point. Okay, so just click right there and then move your hand downward and click. So this is going to cut this. Okay, so you can see the way it's being cut. All right, so you take it all the way to these provisions and then you have to place it here. Okay, so now we proceed. If you check very well on the dimension, since you take note of it, so it has automatically disorganized this dimension. So you just have to double click on that. Okay, once you double click on the dimensions, what you have to do, you scroll down to where you have the text provisions. Okay, so here we have our text right here. Okay, so all the property of the dimensions will be showing in this dimension editor. All right, so even the text distance and the rest of that. So you will also see, this is what I was trying to explain. Okay, this symbol simply means a continuation symbols, but we still need the text on this. Okay, if you also check this other cut provisions, you see it just like this. Okay, so with this you wouldn't know the length. Okay, so to check that, which earlier I asked you to take note of the text, okay, which is the dimensions text. Okay, so here the text is 49, that is the span of that beam. Okay, 4950 right there. Okay, so you have this, so after which click outside to have it updated just like this. So the same thing will be updated in these provisions. Okay, so for you to update it, because this line is now it's now being split into 2, and then they are all intelligent line. Close this dialog. Okay, come to these provisions and then double click on this line, because it is an intelligent line. Once you double click on it, this is going to show us a dialog as well. Okay, just like this. Then come to the dimension text. Okay, and then click in 4950. Okay, just like this. Okay, click outside to have that activated successfully. So you are okay with this. Go straight away to the next provisions. There you have the next drawings right there. Move this drawing all the way into this title block. So we are going horizontal because auto is activated. Let's deactivate that. Come over to these provisions to place these drawings. The reason why I'm trying to place it right here is because of the we need to increase the scale of this particular drawings. So let's see. okay, a scale, pick this first point right there, and then come to the provisions tab 2 right there, and enter on the keyboard, to increase the scale of this drawing. So you can now select all of these member sections, okay, and then be able to adjust it successfully, just like this. Okay, now you have to proceed to carry out cut here as well. So crop that on the keyboard, and then use crop options, pick this point to have a straight line, activate your auto, right, and then you move closely to this, cut this by this. Before then, take note of this directions because it's going to change. Okay, this is 5475. Okay, 5475. Okay, so we cut that all the way down, just like this. Take it all the way to these provisions, and then you have to press this right here. Okay, over to this place, select this, and then you key in the 5475. Okay, like this. You can copy this as well. Right click on copy, click outside to activate it right here. Close this right away. Right, come over to these provisions and select this once, select this, and then over here you can paste that right here, just like this. Select here to activate that successfully. Okay, for this you can as well give this some scales to make it bigger. All right, so you have to exit scale, enter the keyboard, pick base point, come over here to right there, enter. All right, just like this. Okay, same thing applicable here. Okay, to scale, enter on the keyboard, pick this point right here in the scale bar right here, 2, and enter, just like this. So then you can move it closer a little bit so as not to occupy much space right here. So just like this, you can have this being arranged like this. Okay, you can proceed to produce another place another drawing. So you can't just look for a drawings that is not too much in the length, okay, or in span, like this one. You can just place this right here, or you can have it placed right here, whichever provisions here. Okay, it's placed it right there, and then you can always scale this to 1:50 right here, 2, and enter, just like this. Okay, and as well you can write the scale behind this, because this scale now are default. So when you're presenting drawings on the title block, let's say the title block might have a scale which is 1:100. The drawings in the title block should also have a scales, okay, which this particular one is a scale 1:50, and this is scale 1:25, okay, which we have made the changes successfully. So you can as well write it under it. All right, so you can pick 2 points to have this, and then you can just do scale like this. You see, it's giving us in an angular form because we didn't have a straight line. Okay, let's finish it, and then you see what happens there. See, so you have scale 1 is to 25. All right, so click on it, okay, and then you can see what you have in an angular form. Okay, this is a result of you not having a straight line. Okay, so we can carry that by getting rid of it. Okay, proceed again, make sure your auto is on. So click the first point all the way, pick the second point. Okay, and then you proceed, pick the second point to have this okay, you can now see it is now on a straight line. Now 1:5, right, just like this. Change the okay, that's fine. So you can now see this. You can move with this over to these provisions on the auto, activate the polars. Okay, and then you can have this here. So I'm just trying to show you what you're supposed to have on each of these drawings. Okay, so you can copy this all the way to this provisions, and then you need to also have this scale to be edited. Okay, so here is what's to 50. All right, so click on it. Okay, so you can see this we are supposed to have on these drawings. Okay, or you can just come to this note provisions and put it note. Okay, the scale of the drawing. Okay, the main drawings of the beams is 1:50, and then the the sections is 1:25. You can just label it here in the note provisions, and that will take care of putting it under the beams. Okay, all right, so that is well explained. Let's make progress. So we will also move these drawings. So this is how you rightly arrange your structural detail drawings, structural detail design drawings in Prota Deatails. So you can now see we are doing everything right here. Okay, and it's very quick. Okay, so scale right here and then pick the base point we want to have it to, so that is it. Okay, so we look for a small drawing that can actually fit in these provisions. If there's any, okay, let's try this one. So get that selected, move it on the keyboard, and then you can see it right here. So you can adjust this by selecting all of this particular drawing, move it a little bit, go down to these provisions. So you can scale this now up. So do scale, enter, pick the base point, and then for the scale you have to key in to enter to have this. Okay, so try to adjust it in a way that it wouldn't clash with other drawings entities. Okay, like this is fine now. Okay, so here is the drawing we have here. So the remaining drawing will be also put inside the title block. All right, also we will as well put this inside the title block as well, which is the columns elections. So right away, let's get to move this title block to these provisions, so that I'll show you how we can actually put the foundations drawings. So these foundation drawings have to be edited. So we can also do this editing here. Okay, so just move this all the way to these provisions. So you can now see that this scale is not really fitting in, right, this drawings. So what you have to do is this is the scale we set to 1:100. Okay, so the drawing is a little bit bigger because the scale of the drawings is different from this scale. So what you just have to do is you can rescale this title block. Okay, so rescale this title block will help you to increase it so as to be able to carry it all of this drawing, or you can rotate this all of these drawings. Okay, so you can do copy, move it away, all right, from the original one, and then escape, select all, type, rotate right there. So you just have to turn on the auto. All right, pick this, and then you can be able to rotate it this way. Click just like this. So with this, you can now move it. All right, move it right here, deactivate auto, and then you can see and I'll place it right here. Okay, so this is how you place this, as well as the the concrete fascia drawings. So you can see the concrete fascia detail drawings, all right, which in the next video I will actually explain how you can detail your reinforced concrete slab successfully and very easy. All right, so let's proceed in putting all of these drawings inside title block. So following the same process, you have all your drawing arranged just like this, okay, inside of the title block. So this is all what is necessary among all of the details drawings generated right here. Okay, so if you zoom closely, you will notice I have the foundations, I have the columns, the card footings, the slab details, and the columns right there. Then the whole of this is the first floor beam, all right, and this is the roof beam, okay, and then beside it you have the bar bending schedule. All right, so this provisions you have there is basically meant for this bar bending schedule, but in this case this is quite longer than this, okay, longer than the provisions right there. Okay, so that can also be adjusted. For the details, explanations of the use of Prota Detail in editing drawings, just join our first concrete mentorship class or master class, and then you will learn detailed explanations on how to use Prota Detail to fast structure your drawing editings, okay, just as you have done. Okay, there are so many things I needed to explain right here, which I do them in our mentorship class. So you are welcome to the class. Okay, well, hope to see you there soon. Okay, so we make progress. Now if you notice, this first floor beams doesn't have bar bending schedule. If for instance you omitted your bar bending schedule, okay, like as it is here, we wouldn't have it for this first floor beam, so you need to bring it out. What you need to do is type on the keyboard Q. Okay, once type Q, you can see quantity table, click right there, and then make sure that it is landscaping. All right, then click on the okay. So right away just proceed to select these beams. Okay, select all of these beams, select this one first, okay, then come over to have this one selected as well. Okay, so having cover the beams with a window just like this. Okay, all right, so all of the first floor beam is being selected. Now what you did is just enter on the keyboard, and then you see the previous assigned bar mark will be deleted and new bar mark will be assigned to the selected rebars. Yes, options, and then click these provisions just once, and then you can see the rebars, okay, bar bending schedule is being generated for this drawing. So this does not limit to this extent. You can actually bring your drawing from AutoCAD into Prota Detail and then reinforce it like this and generate bar bending schedule successfully. So it depends on your limit of use of Prota Deatails. Alright, so that is one reason you have to join our reinforced concrete masterclass, so you will be taught how to do all of this successfully. So we make progress for the part 14. This is not presentable, but by the time we get to the Prota Day by the time we get to the protect complete template, I will show you what to do to this part footage to make it easy for you very fast, as well as the foundations layout drawings. Okay, so we will look at that inside the protect complete detailing template. Okay, so over here we have the parapet. Okay, so for the parapet, you notice we wouldn't have bar bending schedule for this as well. Okay, so you want to create your bar bending schedule for this parapet right here. So you can see rebars right there, this 23 by 10 right there. Okay, spacing 200. You can see all around these provisions. What you just have to do, Q on the keyboard for quantity, just like this. Okay, make sure it's landscaping. Click on the OK. Align all of these drawings just like this. Okay, and then click on enter, and then yes options, and pick a point right here to have your bar bending schedule. Okay, you can see only have a U shape and a straight bar. All right, for the parapet bar bending schedule right there. Okay, so that is done. So at this moment I want to be showing you how to carry out an automatic dimensioning, okay, because you have to dimension the plan of this structure. Okay, so to do automatic dimension, instead of picking one grid lines to another, at first thing you need to do, activate the auto, after which you get to the dimension right there. Click in this position, see automatic dimension, click right there and pick the first point. Okay, cut across the axis right there and click. Okay, so once you click that, you will need to enter. All right, so let's do that again. So you can also see the icon here for the automatic dimensions. You can as well use this one. So once you click that, pick the first 2 points. Make sure you turn on your auto as I've turned on earlier. So you click right there, then you can place your hand in a position where you need to place it right there. Click to have this automatic dimensions dialog. So in this dialog, what are we dimensioning? The axis, the columns. Okay, so insert total dimensions, which is going to have 2 layers. Click on the OK option to have the dimension being automatically done just like this in the horizontal direction. The same thing applicable in the vertical directions. Pick the automatic dimension, pick the first point, pick the second point, bring your hand into the positions you're going to place it. Click right here to have this dialog. Okay, click on the OK options to place that. Okay, so this is how you also do your dimensioning automatically. All of your structural plan details successfully. So you can see our plans right there, our dimensions being done successfully. Okay, so here we go. Okay, for further explanations on the use of Prota Detail to reduce your drawing effectively, we will see in the master class successfully. We will be moving this drawing now to AutoCAD. The drawing is not now ready to be converted to the DWG/DSF. Okay, so what you have to do, select it right there, right click, click on export. Okay, so you see the name drawing 1. Okay, so we use AutoCAD version 2010, but 2007 is preferable. So you can always select 2007, you can export right there. So you can see this drawing, this drawing file name after the override. Because yes, options, meaning that name is existing as drawing 1. So the drawing is now being converting all of these members to DWG or DSF file, which will open the directory after the conversion is completed, just as you can see. So we have it as drawing 1. I will click on this right away, and then click on continue, and then open this successfully, just like this. So here you see we have the drawings right here, all of our drawing being arranged in title blocks successfully, just like this. Okay, but before we proceed, we will navigate to put on the Protect Component Detailing template. Okay, so let's make progress. So here is the template. Our building is about foundation, just as I said earlier. So click on this first one to have the template being opened in AutoCAD successfully. You can see. So let's maximize this AutoCAD environment. So you have the template just like this. Over here we have the drawings. Alright, so now you have to just highlight all of these drawings, the ones you have already arranged inside the title block. Alright, so over here we don't have need for we don't have need for all of these other ones, but you can reference them if need be. Alright, but for now you get to copy all of these ones, okay, to clipboard, copy right there, get back to the template right there, and then in this template you have to right click on paste right there. So you can see all of these drawings have to be pasted right here. So once you click on this paste, now you can see the changes that has been made to these drawings successfully. Have you seen it? Okay, let me zoom it closely so you see what is happening to this drawing now. Because this template, this is what makes this template very, very useful for you. Okay, it harmonizes your drawings and make it more readable and visible in painting. Okay, so come over to the drawing 1 right there. You see how the drawing is right here. Alright, now come over to the template. You can now see how this drawing is. This is more reason you need this template. Alright, you really need this template, so check the link in the description of this video to get this template for yourself. So yeah, your drawing has been already arranged just like this, you can see. Alright, so what you just need to do to this drawing is to start to run the editing of the foundation layout, okay, which you need to do just a little work. For the part footings, what you just have to do, you're not going to be using all of this part footing. What you just need to do is check the part footing size, okay, and the rebars, okay. Alright, so once you get the size of the part footings right here, okay, you just come over to the Protect Component template. There is already detailed part footings, okay, so we have part footings here. This is 1.1, 1 meter, 1.3, and then we have 1.4. We also have 1.4 right here, we have 1.6, and we have this one, okay, square part footing, which is 1 meter by 1.7. So this is what you'll be using to edit your part footing successfully. For the column, what you just have to do is to copy this column, since we're having first and roof. Okay, so this is good enough to go. So just copy this right here, take it out from there, take it closer to this and place it elsewhere. in these provisions. All right, don't mind. You will think it's bigger than the template here. There's no problem. What you just have to do, check through this, and then you can be able to identify and know that these links all the way, okay, to the first floor from the foundation right there is a 19, okay, y8. All right, so you come to these provisions, and then you have to change that accordingly, okay, including this person. So yeah, this is the link. Okay, this one is to cut between this point and this point. Okay, so you can now change it right here to 19. Okay, you double click on this, and then it will prompt you change here to 19. All right. Okay, for this T10, don't worry, it's supposed to be Y. Now T is for tensile steel, all right, while Y is for yield steel. Okay, but based on the strength of the grade of steel we used, okay, we are having it to be yield steel right here, but that is not an issue. Also check the rebar. We have two of these rebars, okay, in both sides, which is altogether 4 Y16 right here. Okay, so for us to now effect it right away, you can come over to the provisions, and hence you see already we have 4 T16. So the T is what we are going to be changing, okay, to Y. So for you to change the T right here, what you just have to do is for you to click in this provision, double click right here, and then you will have the whole of this T, okay, just select this T10, okay, right click and copy. All right, so what we are having right here is T, what we are having T over here we're having Y 16, okay, Y16, okay, for that. But for the links, what we have there is Y8, but over here we have T10 for the links right there. So we are going to be changing all of this T to Y first. So get all of this selected, right click, and then click in the quick find and replace. Okay, so we are going to find anything that has to do with T 10. Okay, so click on find right there. So we see 5 of that matches. Okay, over here and paste also this T 10 as well. Then change the T aspect of it to Y. Okay, change the T to Y, just like this. You can see. So we have to just replace all these provisions and click on the OK. So after which click on done. So get back to the color choice and change, and then check. You should be able to see Y10 right here. The reason why this did not change is because this is T16 and this is Y10. All right. So what we are going to be doing now is to now change all of this Y10 to Y8, which we are supposed to do in that provision. So if you get back there right away, okay, right click and then click on the found and replace. Okay, so this provision is supposed to be 10. All right, so it's supposed to be 8. All right, so click on the find for first. You have 0 match, okay, because we have already made changes to this successfully. So what we are to find now is Y10. So look for Y10. So you have 5 match, you have to replace it with Y8 right there. So click on to replace all and click on OK. So click on the done option. So if you join our masterclass, you will really enjoy these particular sections. Okay, but I'll explain it more. It's something applicable to the T16. We are supposed to have Y16. All right. So what you have to do, select all of that. Since you have that in place, right click and then click on the find and replace. Instead of Y, you should have it to be T, just like this, 16 right there. So this is what we're going to find. So we have 4 matches, and then we replaced it with Y16, just like this. Okay, so we have to replace that successfully. Click on OK and closed. So if you check here, everything has been changed. So instead of changing it one by one, you change it all through. Okay, so another thing you should check is the spacing of the link is 2 to 5. So over here you see the spacing is 175. All right, so these are the things you have to harmonize, and then after which you put this inside your sheet. Okay, for the foundation layout, what you're supposed to do is to come to this provision, click on this. So here is the beam line, select all of this. Okay, so we want to copy the beam layers so we can proceed to the foundations. Layout. Okay, so you can click right there and then check over there. You see quick select right here. Click on the quick select. So it will pop up the quick select the dialog. Select the layers right here. It's going to be multiple. So you come over to the value right here and then navigate to beam line. Okay, so you see beam line right here. Click on the OK options to select all of the beam line of these members. Now you use a copy right and picked it at a point which you can easily specify it on any drawings at all. So get to the foundation drawings, and then this point is where we picked placed it here successfully. So you can see, so we are now having a wall. This is now the wall provisions part. So we have to create a working space part. So I will show you how to do that. Go on the keyboard, enter for offset, and then you have to do 5 right there, enter, and then just do offset this way. This is working way, okay, or working space right there, and then downward, this is also a working space. Okay, so this is what you're going to do in all of these column provisions that has to provide a working space for the foundations trench, okay, successfully. So after which, what you now have to do in all of that is what I want to do here, trim right there, and then you can now start to trim all of this just like this. Okay, to actually make provisions for your detailed foundations drawing, okay, that is more presentable than any other and the standard requirement of standard foundation drawing. So you should have something of this kind. All right, so you see foundations, see dimension for the footings is like clashing. You have to get rid of that. Okay, so you cannot have this. So this is what you are going to do to all of these drawings successfully over here. You do the same thing, offset this, okay, and then you have to trim this up. Okay, trim this way, that way. Okay, so you can be able to have a provisions. This is your block work provisions. This is working space. This side is working space. So this, all of this is your trench, foundation trench. Okay, so this is how you make it details. All right, so after which you make progress. Okay, here are the foundation, the dimensions that you have already made in Prota Deatails. Okay, so you don't need to make changes to that. So you have to do all of this, okay, across all of the beam layout, okay, that you have right there successfully. Okay, so coming to the foundations footings, the foundation footings, just get all of this one selected. All right, if you still want to use this title block, all right, if you don't want to use this title block, you can easily bring up your title block from here. Okay, take your title block from here out and then move these drawings inside your title block directly. Okay, it's as simple as that. Okay, so just move this upward. Move this upward. What you now have to do is to now take note of, we have 1.3 of this. Okay, so come over here, all right, and then you check for 1.3. Okay, yes, 1.3. 1.3 is this one. So select this already detailed part footings. All right, take it closer to, this is just how this template will help you to carry out the detailing of your reinforced concrete members. Okay, so select to place it right there. Okay, so now check the spacing we have here is 250. Okay, 6x16 250. So over here we're having 8 because the spacing is what 175. So you can harmonize that immediately from here. So we're having 250 right there. So just key in 250, and then here is what 6 right there. Right, so you now have this to change this rebars to 16. Okay, but you can still use it like this because this is 12 and the bars, numbers of bars increased. Okay, while the spacing also reduced. Okay, to that this 175. All right, but 166, 6 numbers of bar, you have this to be 16. Okay, so all of this works works effectively, and it is the same thing. All right, based on the space you have here, and then the space you have here. Okay, the space determine the numbers of bars, the size of bars as well. Okay, so you can see everything works fine. So this is how you harmonize all of these. Okay, so if you have this repeated how many times, if it is 4 times, you have to write it under here as 4 right here. Okay, so if this repeated 5 times, like the 1.3 by 1.3 repeated 5 times, you have to write that. And also check the footings depth here is 400. You can change it right here, okay, depending on your design. All right, to be 400 right here. Then the blinding is always 50 millimeters thick plain concrete. All right, 50 millimeter thick plain concrete. Right, so once you harmonize all of that, take all inside of your drawing. As I said earlier, on the slab aspects, okay, we'll get the video how you detail this, okay, in the subsequent presentations. All right, so I believe you learned a lot in these presentations. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, okay, and then if you are to join our masterclass in concrete design and details, design drawings, you can see the link in the description of this video. For this template, there's also a link in the description of this video. Kindly navigate there and get this template, and it's going to help you. Okay, you can see how the template have edited these drawings, okay, to some length. Okay, so sometime you may also want to edit this drawing in terms of the continuous beam or simply supported beam, okay, which you can do that effectively. Like this, you have this beam, you have this beam, you also have the beam. So this is just like a single beam, but it's having 3 names. Okay, you can edit it to be a 1 name, okay, because it's a continuous beam. This is not a simply supported beam, so this is supposed to be a single name. All right, so for you to also do that, you will need to also understand that very well in the masterclass successfully. Mind you, this is just our beam. We have not really brought out the beam layout, but if you want to get out the beam layout, you can extract that. This you have this to be your first floor beam. All of this, okay. So the first floor beam layout will be extracted from this slab. Will be extracted from this slab detail. So what you have to do, duplicate this slab by copying it. Okay. So select it. Click on copy, move it out to these provisions. Okay, so what you just have to do first to ease your work experience here is that you first of all get all of this. Okay, you first of all select all the reinforced concrete columns right here. Okay, so just check the layers name right there, and then you see the layers will be layered as columns. All right, go to the home tab so you can see column hash is being selected, but we need to get the column itself and not column hash. Okay, so but everything is selected, but the layers is just known as column. If for instance you select these layers and then you delete it, check this layer, as you can see column line right there. So that is what we actually wanted. Select all of this right here, right click, okay, and then come over to quick select. All right, then in this provision of layers, select there and then column line. Okay, you can see it right here, column line. Select that. So having the column line selected, you can now select the green lines manually, just like this. Okay, make sure you select all of this way. All right, so having selected all of that, what you just have to do is to copy this out from these provisions and then come over and place it here. You see, this is grid lines and columns right there. The next thing we need is the beams. Okay, so the beam line. So get all of this selected. Okay, after you get all of that selected, right click, go over to the quick select right there. In the quick select, pick this and then get to the beam line this time around. Okay, so here is the beam line. Okay, select it. Okay, right there. Then see, copy right there, pick this point, this last column's point, and then come over to these provisions and then you placed it here successfully. So we have gotten the beams layout. Okay, for how about the beams and label? So for the labeling, you just get the layers name, select this. This is beam label. Okay, so select all of this again, right click and then quick select right there. Navigate to the layers right there and then get to the beam label. Okay, this one, select it, click on the OK options. Okay, just like this to get all of that selected. Just copy this. Okay, take it to these provisions and then place it here. All right, so you're not having this is now representing your beam general arrangement of first floor or first floor beam general arrangement, which this is for this. Okay, All right, it is for this. So you are supposed to move this one, the whole of this way. Okay, move it this way, just like this, and then you have to bring this in first. Okay, so we know that this one, this layout is for this beam. Okay, so as well you can put it in a title block. So you see right here, you just copy that and take it in here. All right, so you placed it just like this. Okay, so after which you get this back, and then after all of this editing work is done successfully, okay, you have the same for the roof beam. So the roof beam, you use this one. Okay, just the same way I did it here. I wouldn't want to repeat myself. Okay, so the same way I did it here, do it to this roof beam with this parapet. Okay, and then place it here. Okay, we serve for this. So if now you want to make this beam continuous, you will need to locate the beam over here. As you change the name here, you can call it first floor beam 1 right here, and then locate this same beam with this name right there and change it to first floor beam 1. That's all. So they do the same thing to all of the beam. Okay, for a proper and standard presentations. Okay, I believe this is understood. Okay, if you have any question, you can easily drop it in the comment sections right there. For any business, you can reach to us through our Telegram handle, through our WhatsApp handle. Okay, the detail is in the description of this video. All right, so to print these drawings also, right, there are many ways you can print these drawings. Okay, which I will do a video on how you print drawings effectively. Okay, using both Prota Deatails and then using AutoCAD successfully. Stay connected, stay safe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to also subscribe to our channel of Phrasing. Okay, see you in the next presentation. Bye for now.